Welcome to the demo on WebJaguar's Promo Edition. I'm going to go ahead and start off by showing you some of the customer-facing experience on the front end on your website. So I'm going to start off by searching for a polo. Now I want you to notice something immediately when I search for a polo. Notice the advanced search filtering here on the left. I can search filter by a number of criteria in the database, including product color, price range, production time, country of origin, material, and so on. Let me go ahead and click on all my polos that are black, and it's going to search filter by 550 polos to now 183 black polos, or polos that are offered in black. I'm going to go ahead and click on price range between $15 and $25. We see that we only have 91 there. So once again, it's going to go ahead and search filter. Now we have 91 polos. So out of 550 polos, we have 91 that are black and between $15 and $25. I'm going to go ahead and click on a polo. Now, this layout can be configured as well. I'm going to go ahead and click on Customize Now. Now, from the Customize Now area, this is called the Advanced Product Configurator. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Small, and I need 10 small, 10 medium, 10 large, 10 double XL, and 10 XL as well. So right now I'm going to keep on going with the configurator. I'm going to click one location imprinted. And moving forward, I want it to be on the left chest. And I want that to be embroidered. And you can choose the stitch count. This could also be taken out. This whole area here is configurable. So any option you don't want to ask your client, we can go ahead and remove that. Now I'm going to click one color, and I'm going to click forest. And I have any logo or text that I want to upload. You could upload your logo as well. We're not going to do that. We're going to go ahead and move forward. Now you see that we have one polo here, and if you can see, the price for the small, medium, large, and XL are all $18, and then when we get to the double XL, we have a different price. We have our total weight as well. I'm going to go ahead and check out. Now all of my shipping methods here are configurable as well. You decide what shipping method to show your client, and that's done through the admin area of WebJaguar, as well as the payment method. You decide what payment method to show your clients. So if I activate only bill me later will be shown at checkout, not net 15 credit card and send a quote. I'm going to keep on moving down. I'm going to apply a promo code and then go ahead and order. Now we have our final invoice. This is what the invoice will look like for your client. Of course, you can configure this as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and go to the admin area of WebJaguar, and I'm going to process that order. So I click on orders, and I go ahead and click on this last order that was placed. Now taking a step back, your client will receive a confirmation saying an order has been placed. You will also get an email saying that a new order has been sent into the system. Now from here you could do a number of things. I could edit my order. I could look at any open orders for that client in particular. I could open any order and I could edit that order as well. But staying on the same page here, I'm going to go ahead and click on PO. So right now we're creating a purchase order. The system knows what items are associated with what suppliers. So they're only going to give me those suppliers that are associated with those line items in the order. So I'll click on Bodick and Rhodes. Now once I click on Bodick, it's going to search filter by only those line items associated with Bodick. I'm going to click on these 5. These are all polos, of course. And right now it's going to generate a PO to Bodick. So right now we have our supplier being Bodick, and we're going to ship it to the consumer, or we can ship it to Precision Screen Print. Because Bodick does not do screen printing, we need to send it to Precision. So moving downwards, I'm going to go ahead and send an email to Bodick, making sure that they should expect this order. We don't want to send that to Bodick, so I'm just going to put my email address in there. Now, if I move down here, you can see generate PO. We could also attach a file, any artwork instructions as well. We're generating our PO. We're going to click on Next. So now you could see here that a few of the line items have been fulfilled. They're in red. So let me go ahead and, or excuse me, they're in green. So let me go ahead and fulfill these last two line items that are in red, and those should be for precision screen print. I go to Precision, and I click on the two line items associated with Precision, and then I'm going ahead and moving forward with that PO. Now if I go down here, I'm going to go ahead and send an email, and I'm going to include the polos from Bodic. So Precision knows that you should be expecting X amount of polos from Bodic, and you have to screen print those when you get there, when they get there. So right now I'm going to include any artwork instructions. I'm going to upload a file. Then I'm going to choose a group of messages here, and I'm going to click on purchase order message, and it's going to go ahead and include that first and last name in there as well. I'm going to generate that PO. So right now we just generated the POs for Bodic and precision screen print, and the order has been fulfilled. And when the supplier lets you know that the order has been shipped and supplies a tracking number, we could go down here and go ahead and notify our customer. And we could also attach an invoice, click on our group of messages, and clicked on shipped order message. And this message will be sent to the client, inserting their first and last name and any other information such as order status, tracking number, and even a link to the carrier's website for them to track their order in real time. Now, taking a step back, there's many features in WebJaguar that can benefit your business. Of course, you can adjust at any time in WebJaguar your markup and margin per supplier, globally across all suppliers, per customer and customer group, and even at the product level. You also have your contract pricing with specific customers or different price levels. So I'm going to go ahead and open one of my suppliers, and you can see here that we could adjust our markup and our margins as well. We even have EQP and quantity pricing. Now moving forward, I could also go ahead and go to my catalog, go to my products, open a specific product, and I have all my product information here. My weight, my minimum to order, and any other information associated. I'm going to go ahead and click on price, and you can see here where we have our quantity break discount. So $3.90 for 500 is $7.49. You have your cost here and your margins as well. And then of course down here are your different price tables. So let's say, for example, no matter what, how many I order, this company pays $3.50 for a polo. Now somebody else might log in and see it for $3.90, but no matter what, this client who's associated with price table 1 will see it for $3.50. Now, moving forward, there's a couple other functions in WebJaguar that are very important. For example, you can place an order on behalf of your customer on the back end. So let's say a customer calls you, he says, "Hi, my name is Bashir. I'm going to go ahead and search for Bashir." We find Bashir, we hover over Bashir, and we simply add an order. Now, I could go ahead and search my database if I type in polo. Go ahead and search, and right now it's querying the database and it gives me all my polos. So I'm going to go ahead and click on a few of these polos. I want black, I want them to be ladies and men's. And go ahead and scroll down here, and I'm going to add. So right now it'll add those 3 line items to my invoice. Now if we want, we could add a product on the fly as well. For example, just setup charge, and you can see that that line item will be applied as well. Again, when you place an order on behalf of a customer, you could also see any customer information. You could see the multiple ship to addresses, if there are multiple ship to addresses, any open invoices for that client as well. Now going back here, I just added a few line items, and I could add a promo code, any shipping and handling, any credit card fee, adjust my taxes, and so on. And I could add that order. So bottom line, it's very easy for you to place an order on behalf of your customer. If they happen to call you, email you, or fax the order, they don't place the order on the website itself. So you can still go ahead and accommodate their needs. Now, another great function in WebJaguar is that your customers have the ability to log into their own dashboard. So if I'm Bashir and it's 12 o'clock midnight and I want to track one of my orders or see what I've ordered in the past and reorder, I'm going to go ahead and log in to my own dashboard. And this is my dashboard if I'm the customer. And I could go ahead and click on order history and status, and I could open any invoice, take a look at that invoice as well. Let me go back here, or I could simply reorder any items that I've ordered before. So this is a smart reorder form. Now I don't have to peruse your site and order the same thing I order every month. Now I have a quick reorder form, and I could say, okay, this time I need 10 of these, 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 10 of these. So you understand. Another great tool in WebJaguar is the ability for you to send mass emails to your customers. Now, unlike a third-party provider such as Constant Contact or MailChimp, with WebJaguar you can query the database and ask questions like, find customers that have abandoned their shopping cart, meaning they put items into their cart they did not check out. Or find me customers who have not placed an order in 30 days. Or maybe customers who haven't placed more than $100 worth of orders in 30 days. Or customers that have not logged into their account within 60 days. Or between certain dates as well. Now, once we get this information, which is very useful, we can go ahead and search filter for those clients, and then trigger a mass email. And once we trigger a mass email, we have our canned messages. And I'm going to go ahead and click on the abandoned cart message. Now, don't be frightened if you don't know HTML. We have an HTML editor. As you see here, we have some dynamic elements as well that are pulled from the database. So for example, the product name and the product image will actually be in the email to the client, reminding them that they have items left in their shopping cart that they have not checked out. You can also go ahead and go to your orders and search by customers who have placed an order for a particular SKU in the database. For example, find me all customers who bought a pen before, and I have a good price from my supplier this week, and I'm going to go ahead and shoot an email out to all individuals that have bought a pen from me in the past with a nice graphic on the mass email of a pen and a promo code as well, maybe giving them 24 hours to go ahead and place that order. Now, on that note, WebJaguar, we have a very nice promotion engine. For example, I can create a promo. For example, 178-red-s-promo is going to be my code. Now, it could be one-time use per customer, one-time use only. It can be a discount on the percentage or fixed. It could be on a minimum order, and we have a start and end date as well. These promo codes could also be for a certain customer group or even a certain product. Moving forward, we also have sales tags that can be placed on any product. So for example, I can place any of my products on a red tag sale, and they will actually have a nice little graphic next to the product with this 10% off image, or we could add our own image as well. So for example, if I go to my product database here, I could easily put a few items on a red tag sale, for example. And I have a start and end date as well. So I could click on a few items here, go ahead to my options, and click on red tag sale. Apply. So in a few seconds here, I just put a couple of my items on a red tag sale. Now, moving forward, I wanted to talk a little bit about the CRM. In WebJaguar, we have a very, very nice CRM where you can go ahead and keep track of the back and forth communication between yourself and your clients, as well as assign tasks, schedule tasks and reminders, and go ahead and follow up with clients when you're instructed to do so. We also have a very nice form builder in the CRM where you can create a form and put it on any page that you'd like. Now this is mainly for lead generation. You decide what information you want to pull from the client or ask of the client, and then we can go from there. We also have some very, very nice reporting tools in WebJaguar, and so on. Now, I'd like to take a step back and talk a little bit about the infrastructure. WebJaguar is built on Java and Spring framework. It's enterprise level, highly robust, very fast, and the platform itself is very secure. We have PCI compliance built into our infrastructure with Rackspace, so that means security is top-notch. We have intrusion detection, firewall. We even have our database and application server separate from each other. This is part of the PCI compliance standards as well. And again, you have your own private portal for logging in, and you decide which users within your company can access what areas of your website. So for example, I'm going to go ahead and go to another one of our demo sites. I'm going to log into the back office. So in this case, let me go ahead and log in. You can also manage what your admin users are going to be able to access on the WebJaguar admin. So for example, if I go to access privilege, first of all, I can create a user, but once I create a user, I decide what that user has privilege to do to carry out what functions on WebJaguar. I could even restrict what IP address users can access WebJaguar admin from. For example, I can go to my access privilege and go to customer and say, okay, Philip is allowed to create a customer. Philip cannot delete a customer. For example, Philip can not edit an order. Or Philip cannot cancel an outgoing payment, nor can he create an outgoing payment, but he can view the outgoing payment list. So WebJaguar has some very tight security with regards to access privilege. At this time, I'd also like to mention that at checkout, multiple credit cards can be stored. So your customer can choose what credit card to use for a specific purchase. Those credit cards are not stored on WebJaguar or the website. They're actually stored on Authorize.net because we have a tokenized system with Authorize.net which allows us to do that. So that will put your clients or your customers at ease, knowing that multiple credit card information is not stored on actual WebJaguar server. We also have some very nice reporting tools using WebJaguar. You have reports on your orders, your customer metrics, your sales reps, and what your sales reps have been able to produce in terms of commission and orders, and how many different orders. Also on your tracking codes, your mass emails such as open rate and click-through rate, and a few other items as well, including inventory. Moving forward, WebJaguar does integrate with any accounting software. If you go to our website, webjaguar.com, and you go ahead and scroll down to the accounting area under Products and Solutions, you will see that WebJaguar does seamlessly integrate with Sage, QuickBooks, as well as Mass 90 through 500. And that integration is seamless. For example, with QuickBooks, we use a third-party bridge software called T-Hub, which allows us to have a seamless integration. And as you see here in the features and benefits, you can set triggers for synchronization. They could be on demand or at regular times in the day. Orders, inventory, and order status can be synced. This is a configurable process, so based on your business workflow is simply how we're going to go ahead and configure the integration with your accounting software.